Welcome to the 19th episode of the Python tutorial series. Today we will begin to look at functions, and while we will be coding these in Python, their structure is very similar in most other coding languages too. So make sure to subscribe to the channel to keep up to date with my latest tutorials. Have you subscribed? Great! Now let's move on with today's tutorial. Functions can be viewed as a box of sorts, a box which contains three distinct parts: a set of inputs, a section to process these inputs, and a way of providing the user with an output. In particular, in coding, the first part corresponds to the function's name and input variables. The second part contains all the necessary operations, and the third returns the results to the user. These can also be called the definition, method, and output of a function. Now that we've seen how functions work in theory, let's code our own custom function. In order to provide a simple example, the purpose of our function today will be to take a number as input and return the square of that number. So now let's get straight to writing our function. First, we have the function definition. We write this as def, followed by the name of the function, which we can call square. Now we have a set of brackets inside which we can put our variables. In this case, we will have one input variable, which we can call number, and finally we will put a colon. Now we need to write the function's method, or in other words, the set of operations required to go from the input variables to the required output. In our case, we can write squared number equals number squared. Finally, to provide the output of the function, we write return, followed by a set of round brackets containing the output variables. In our case, the output variable is squared number. And there you have it. We can now run the code by pressing the F5 key on our keyboard. And as you can see, nothing happens. That is because in order to use a function, we have to call it. And to call a function, we simply go into our terminal on the right-hand side, and we write its name, so in this case we said it's called square, followed by brackets containing the variable we want to edit. So, in this case we can say 5. And then if we press enter, you can see that the function has returned the result correctly, in this case 25. And we can say square of 12, and that will give us obviously 144. If you've managed to follow through this far, then congratulations! You are now able to write your own custom functions. If you've missed any of my previous tutorials, make sure to watch them by clicking on the pop-up in the right-hand corner of your screen, or if you prefer, you can access them through the link in the video description. I hope you enjoyed today's tutorial, and I look forward to seeing you next week, where we will go into more depth on functions. In the meantime, make sure to like and share this video, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of the upcoming episodes. As usual, all that's left for me to say now is see you in the next tutorial and happy coding!